All right, Musa, let's talk NASCAR.
NASCAR.
All right?
Start your engine.
All eyes are on us. We need to make this Camry feel like a cup car. So I think we need to, first and foremost, we need to have a side exhaust.
Yeah, that's a must.
So we need to build a rocker that has a side exhaust in it.
The side skirt.
Side skirt, rear wing, diffuser. And then ultimately, we're gonna be building this live at the track. So everything we do, we'll pre-build here, get set up, and then we'll install it all over there.
Okay.
We have the NASCAR organization to keep happy, but ultimately, we want the fans to love this because we want the fans' engagement with being a part of this build, seeing the whole process all the way through, and hopefully helping us put some hands on this car.
Yeah.
So we have till July.
Okay.
Got a couple
plenty
months.
of time considering.
Yeah, but don't say plenty of time. Don't say plenty of time because we're building this from nothing, right?
Yes. So we got to get it scanned first then,
Yeah.
right?
So Pepe, I'm about 5 minutes out with the NASCAR Toyota TRD. Can you make sure you have a couple of guys ready so we can unload this thing?
Okay, perfect.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, Pepe?
We finally have it, the NASCAR Camry.
I think we should get it ready so we can 3D scan it so we can make these body parts for it.
Got it.
I'm Martin from Blue Point Scan, here at West Coast Customs today to scan a Toyota Camry. We're going to do the front right corner. We're going to scan the surfaces of the front bumper and the front splitter. With that, we're going to be able to get an accurate representation of what that surface is so that parts can be recreated and they'll fit perfectly. Okay, now that we have that corner scanned, I have the data. We'll process this data, hand it off to designers. They can manipulate this, build the new parts that they need. These parts will fit perfectly to the Toyota Camry West Coast Customs NASCAR project.
Ok, en este momento estamos a punto de empezar a desarmar el carro para NASCAR, un proyecto muy interesante. Así es de que ahorita me voy a pasar a remover lo que es la cobertura de plástico de aquí arriba, y con lo cual voy a necesitar este par de herramientas, y luego voy a proceder a quitar el bumper de enfrente.
Mi nombre es Arturo Morales y soy ingeniero mecánico de West Coast Customs. Les voy a mostrar cómo construimos aquí las superficies y después cómo hacemos los programas para enviar a la máquina. Lo primero que hacemos es recibir un scan del carro actual y a partir de ahí hacemos las modificaciones en las superficies.
Today's a big day. Tyler Reddick just flew in from Charlotte. I'm gonna show him the shop, and I'm gonna get his hands a little dirty today. A couple big tasks today that I'm gonna try to get through is we're gonna test fit the body kit. I'm gonna have him cut off the exhaust, and I'm gonna put him in the booth and spray some primer. Welcome.
Hey, thank you.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great.
Great to see you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
This is my world.
Yeah.
I wanted to kind of walk you through before we talk about the Toyota.
Absolutely.
But some of these cars, so we do a lot of tours from fans from all over the world that come here. So I wanted this to really be an experience, you know. So it's a part of, like, each one of these cars is a part of my journey. And I just recently did a West Coast Customs Academy where I brought kids in from high school and they built my truck that I used to have when I was a kid. That was what my truck looked like when I was 16 years old. And then we have the truck that my wife's dad built with my team before he passed away. So there's like great stories, you know, to this journey. And then of course, this car that we built from scratch is on a Tesla chassis. We built the body, the interior, and it then became the icon for my ride at Six Flags.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
So it's pretty cool. And this is all carbon. So like, and we did this 9 years ago. So when you look at the design of it, it's still like a timeless design.
Oh yeah.
Right? Really, we built all the interior. It's pretty amazing. The doors are reverse Lamborghini, and it's all electric. I mean, I know how we all feel about electric, but it's like,
That's still pretty
it's
cool.
cool because when this thing drives, it's like, you don't hear nothing. It just, you know, yeah. And then we took the fascia of it, and that's what we designed the roller coaster bodies off of.
Yeah. Very cool. I'm glad I'm getting to see it all
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah,
in
well, the
person.
best stuff is outside. You know, you definitely got to see that. Now, over here is where our magic happens.
Oh yeah.
So we
there
have
it
our
is.
Toyota. We actually got parts already in
Yeah.
and ready to go. So I was thinking today, while you're here, I can get your, stamp of approval of the kit. We'll test fit it on, see how it looks. So I have all the parts here. Talk about how we're gonna do this side exhaust, because that's, I know, what the fans have been really, really talking about. From when I'm reading these comments, like everybody's talking about doing like, what are you guys doing for performance? So I feel like we need to do some performance. You know, I feel like,
love to.
I know you,
I don't know how
I
far
know.
we can take it though.
Yeah, not too far, because here's the thing. What I don't want to lose is the person that owns a Camry, I want them to feel like they can make their Camry look like our car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's the overall end game. And, I know a lot of the true fans and NASCAR fans are like, well, what about the roll cage? What about this? I'm like, yeah, we could do all that. But I think realistically, one, we want the fans to be able to build this with us at the track. So we don't want to do some stuff where we need to bring this entire shop there. Yeah. But we also want to do something where when the fans do see it and they're a part of it, it's like, oh, I have a stock Camry. Like this kit and these wheels and this suspension and this exhaust, oh my God, it's like, it makes me feel like I'm driving a cup car. Yeah.
On my car. Yeah.
So that's where it's been a tough balance, and that's why I stay out of the comments most of the time, because I'm like, I want to do what everybody wants us to do, but at the same time I want to make it achievable, and I want this thing to look amazing, and be able to be completed and drive this, Sunday on the track.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I know you'll appreciate this, but like when it comes to like the tips that are going to be in our side skirts, like look at this quality.
Yeah, that is legit.
Yeah, I thought you would appreciate this. So this is what our parts are going to look like. Like, I'm not building this car is
Someone a lot more talented than I.
right
Did a
of all
really
of us.
dang good job on
And it's
this.
like, I feel this is what the true fans are going to look at and be like, oh, this isn't a gimmicky kit you guys are building. Like, look at how amazing the details are on this.
Yeah. I'm liking that.
Like, true car people appreciate this, and then the fans are going to appreciate this. And that's what I wanted to do with this whole collaboration is like, I know we carry this weird dark shadow over my head of like Pimp My Ride and all these things, and like, is this going to be a gimmicky car? And I'm like, no, I want this for a true fan, a true NASCAR fan, one of your true fans to see this and be like, oh my God, you guys did a great job.
Yeah.
And then look at the quality of the parts and say, like a Toyota dealer will look at this kit and be like, okay, I could have my service department put this kit on a car before we sell it to a client, or maybe it's an upgrade and it becomes like, I feel like this is a real business.
No, this is the legit.
Legit,
piece,
right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you would appreciate that.
Yeah,
And
well,
it's
that's
like
great.
everything about this, I've really put in that thought process as we're doing this to be able to bolt it on too at the track. We have less than 24 hours to build this car there. We got a lot of work to do. What I was thinking today is we'll test fit the kit. I don't know how you are with spraying, but maybe we spray some primer today. If you're up
I
for
mean,
it.
it's primer, I guess. I can't.
Yeah, primer you
If I
can't mess
screw it up, I can
No,
just
it's
sand
fine.
it
It
down
just
a
gets
little bit,
sanded
right?
down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
There can be runs in it,
Yeah.
But I thought that would be fun just to kind of work
Yeah.
in the shop a little bit. We'll fit this kit. We'll figure out, talk about the exhaust, because that's one of the biggest challenges. And then have some fun and have some lunch. When I said we have everything under one roof, we have everything. So I have a full-blown studio. So this is our studio.
Nice.
It's got its own vibe. This is Russell. He's our
What's up, man?
everything guy, from producing, engineering, to vocals, to whatever. Since this is a pretty serious project for me and for us in Richmond, that maybe we could lay down some teasers to get people some radio spots to get people to come to the track. Yeah, we good, Russell?
We're good.
All right. I'm Ryan Friedlinghaus from the world famous West Coast Customs.
And I'm Tyler Reddick, driver of the number 45 2311 Racing Toyota Camry TRD.
Come join us in Richmond, July 30th, to watch us build a Toyota Camry live. We've been playing around with some ideas that we wanted to share with you.
All right.
Since this is gonna be like the first time we got to design a full, car, it's kind of given us a little bit of fun. We got to have a little fun with this. But we want your opinion on, obviously it's gonna be on our car that we're gonna build with the fans, but it's also gonna be on the car you're gonna drive that weekend.
So the team at 2311 sent us basically a base template of all the associates that can't move and has to be on the car. And that's how I based my design with. And keeping all in the right position is really crucial. And I just work around that.
And the back, you were saying gloss to like to matte, like a lot of the silver, the grays and
The great that would be
yeah, and then I like that. That's really cool.
I feel really good about this. I mean, the kit, once we go down there and test fit this thing and make sure all the parts are great, if you feel this, we're going down the right path, we'll, obviously dial this in and I'll share it with you as we're changing some things, get your final sign approval, and then we're ready to go.
Yeah.
Ready to get dirty?
What do we got here?
This is your official uniform.
All right, what am I doing?
You're gonna go primer.
I am?
I'm gonna do some work and you're gonna go primer.
Oh, okay.
So let me introduce you to Ian.
All right, let's do it.
Ian! It's time. It's
All right,
time.
I'm ready.
Let me see your teaching skills.
Will do.
So you meet Tyler
Hey.
before?
Mr. Tyler Reddick, I've
Yes.
seen you.
How are you?
Good for you.
So Tyler drives race cars really fast around racetracks.
He's amazing.
And he's a car guy. So I think this is just fun for him to get involved in this project. So since you're about to spray primer, I figured let's get him in the booth. He can spray some of the primer. We can always sand it if it's not perfect.
You
It's
may
okay.
you may have to. Or you can have me sand it too if you want. If I mess it up, I fix it, right?
I'll show you the correct way. We'll get this done, and you'll have a blast doing it too. So.
All right.
All right,
sweet.
let's do it.
All right, see you, boss.
How'd your student do?
You did great. Look at it.
Oh,
Check out the
damn.
feet. They came all nice.
Okay. Looks nice.
Yeah, no, I messed up a couple spots, but
All right.
nothing a little sanding
It's
can't
all
take
right.
care of, so.
Okay. So I had the guys start test fitting the kit. If you want to come over and look at it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Put
Sweet.
your normal clothes back on.
All right, I'll get over there.
Clean the gun. So we did run into a couple problems. The side skirt, we had to do some adjustments. No, I mean, look, the good thing about Tyler is he's a car guy. So he understands you run into problems, right? This doesn't exist. So we created something out of data. And of course, sometimes the data's off a little bit. And you go to test fit something for the first, literally this is the first time we're test fitting the kit with you here. And there's some adjustments we got to do. But this is good because we still have some time before the race. So we're going to do a little bit of quick redesign on that.
Yep.
Everything else fits really well.
So here's the wow factor. You get to do the final presentation. You gotta put it right in the rocker panel.
I got to orientate it
Yep.
the correct way.
That.
Right?
Yep.
Which I think
All
is
right.
the true fitment.
I mean, it literally sits in there perfect.
I think this is like when we're designing this, I feel like this was that design cue that makes this really feel authentic, right?
Yeah.
To the Cup car. All right, Tyler.
Hey, you got my, what's that for?
I mean, we might as well cut it, right?
We're cutting it off? I thought we were gonna bolt
Well,
it.
listen, these days it's all about the Instagram moment, right? So we're gonna
Okay.
cut these tips off and we're gonna give them away to a lucky fan.
All right.
And we gotta sign them.
Sounds
Since
good.
now we're, from the studio to signing things, I mean, we're on the road to become famous.
All right. So let's just start cutting, right?
So here's your saw.
All right.
And safety first.
All right, sweet. You want me to go over here and cut it?
Yeah, whatever's more
Okay.
comfortable for you.
Ready, guys?
Yep, go.
All right. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna take that edge off. We're gonna clean it up, sign it, and give it away.
I don't think you should clean it up. I think it should be naturally the way you cut it off.
Oh, I mean, we'll take the edge off so we don't cut somebody with it. I mean, that's sharp.
So we got everything done. I feel
Yeah.
like it was a very productive day. We cut some tips off, you primered, we test fitted a kit, we were in the studio, we approved pretty close to the final.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd say it
we're
was a
there.
pretty good trip. Yeah, we covered a lot here today. Thanks for having me out. I'm finally getting to see this place for the first
I
time
know.
too. It's really crazy to see all the stuff that you have going on here and just all the smart minds you have behind the scenes that
Thank you.
pump out what you do.
Got a lot going on. I'm glad you were able to see it and really kind of experience what we do here.
Yeah, for
So.
sure. This is a blast, and I'm really excited to see what this looks like as the steps keep moving forward.
I'll keep you
but-
updated. We'll FaceTime each
Absolutely,
other and
yeah.
you can kind of see kind of the progress, some of the changes we're going to do, I'll show you and get your final sign off.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Rich from MagnaFlow, and Ryan's invited me down here to come take a look at the latest West Coast Customs project. And today, we have a Toyota Camry here. Not just any Camry, this is a Toyota Cup Car piece, and I've got to figure out how we can get some cool NASCAR exhaust on this. So the first obstacle we have to overcome is making this street car be a lot more like that Cup Car race car. And we do have a street car chassis, which means we have a lot of different things to take in consideration. Toyota's done their homework to make this Camry the best thing they can on the street, but side exit exhaust really wasn't part of the original equation. So I've got to figure out how we can do some routing, we got to control the heat, and of course give it that nice NASCAR sound. So it's cool to see that the guys here have already started taking apart things. We see all the dots from all the 3D laser scanning. They've got some fascia worked out, and we'll see that on the other side, but that's an important element here. The race car has side exit exhaust, and that's the big challenge because as you can see, there's really no provision. So we're gonna have to take a look at what's under. And on this side, you can see we already have the new ground effects in place, and we've got a position of where the exhaust has got to be. But if we take a look at what's under, we've got the stock exhaust traveling down the center of the tunnel, and everything is quite a bit lower. So trying to cross underneath this is going to really impede upon ground clearance, and is not really that optimal because if we look here, we've got brake lines, we've got fuel lines, evap system, tons of stuff that has fuel, and we really don't want to put heat around that. And trying to run the exhaust down the middle and exit at these 2 points is going to be a challenge because we've got a plastic gas tank, which means we simply can't get the exhaust that close. And as you can see, the guys at Toyota, obviously lots of heat shielding around the factory pipe, lots of space. We really just don't have it here without really compromising the overall ground clearance. So we've got to come up with a way that we're going to basically take this exhaust and have to split it off early and potentially come through the front area where the wheel wells are and keep it nice and tucked so we can travel down the side of the vehicle here and get to this exhaust port. So that means we're really going to take out all of this center exit stuff that's down the middle and really remove all of that so that we can have a true NASCAR style exhaust.
So we already have all the configurations from Richard. We're going to start cutting the exhaust so we can build all the modifications we're going to build in the car. So we're going to have all that on the side of the car.
Moscow. Done?
Yeah.
Like done?
Not done, but it's already in place, already tacked, and some of the places needs to be well. But
Okay.
once we get it out, we need to get this piece from Toyota so we can dismount it right here. And when they go over there on the road, just dismount the stock exhaust, and then we're just gonna put this one in here.
Can we hear it?
Yeah.
All right, let's start it. Wow. Camry people are going to be like, whoa, my Camry can sound like that? All right, good job, Moscow.
In working with NASCAR, there were a lot of key elements of bringing this next gen car to life and bringing the West Coast Customs flair to it. But some of the key components of the next gen car were instrumental in making this car live, eat, and breathe, you know, what NASCAR is educating the fan base and also the drivers. So one of the biggest changes this year, besides the entire chassis of the car, is the center lock. When we install this wheel onto a car, some of the differences between your typical lug nut orientation is that now you have one nut essentially holding on the entire wheel. It has a lock, both screws on or threads on, And then this adapter right here goes through the factory lug nut orientation. So Toyota's 5-on-4.5, this will bolt to the actual car and it will be torqued to the proper specs, and then this goes on, which holds the wheel on. We've accounted in the wheel manufacturing to accommodate this offset. So now with the suspension, the wheels and tires, we'll have the proper setup on the car. It's as easy as screwing it on. The kit that the braid manufacturer comes with also comes with the proper socket, not your average everyday socket, but for what we're doing, this is going to be more than enough to keep this car on the road.
We're gonna start with the suspension. First of all, I'm gonna start taking the stock suspension and then replace it with a new suspension on it. We got two different kinds of adjustments in here. This is the rebound, which you turn. It's gonna have less limited rebound on the vehicle. And then we have the upper, which is gonna bring down the coil, so you're gonna have a stiffness. So we're gonna combine both and they have it like almost in the middle. Not too stiff, not too soft. Now that we have done the suspension, we're gonna start putting the wheels. We have a really nice setup for one knockout wheel. We have this really nice adapters for the wheels. These adapters go with a special lug nut in it, so it goes right in here in the back of the wheel. So no matter what you do, you're always stuck with a wheel. So it's really nice knockout.
Suspension's in. Honestly, I was worried that these wheels weren't going to be the right fitment, but I think the fitment's good. Mosco's going to mess with the camber a little bit, lower it down a little bit more, and check it out.
So we finalized the design on the street legal Camry. Typically we print it on a white vinyl material, but today we're going to try it on this metallic blue, since that's the color that we're going to go with. So we'll see if that works. All right, so now we have the design. We're adjusting it to the system, make sure everything lines up. Let's go ahead and print this.
How's it look?
You tell me how it looks.
Bubbly?
Bubbly.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
It's on the laminating side.
This new great $9,000 laminator?
Yeah.
Is it the operator?
Maybe.
Juan! Come here, please. Is this from No Comprende of the Machine? Every time you do it, I never see this problem.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it's better that we have this problem now so we can figure out a solution, but...
Because if this happens again, we won't have enough.
No. Not to mention, when Juan's out there and he's installing it, we can't f up because we have no more material. Originally, we were gonna bring 2 sets, just in case something got messed up, you have an extra panel.
Now you got 1 set.
Because Musa chose this. But this is the bigger problem, like, why is this happening?
Could try it again.
You have more?
I have a little bit more, that's it.
Yeah, we should try it again to see if we can get rid of that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're in the final stages of this build. We have 3 weeks before we gotta roll out to Richmond. Couple things we still gotta get done. We have to finish fitting and making sure this body kit is right so we can get it painted and get that ready to be shipped out to Richmond. We have a couple little adjustments we wanna do on the suspension, get it aligned, make sure that's good. Stay tuned, it's about to be legendary. All right, so we're heading to Richmond, day 1 of this amazing weekend. We have, today's really just focused on getting the booth set up, making sure nothing got destroyed in transport, which I kind of heard a little rumblings that my amazing sign got broken already. Right here? Yeah. And then just, you know, make sure everything's ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. Tomorrow we're gonna get that car broken down, get it ready, so we can start building on Saturday. "12 years and we're finally here." You know, it's been a struggle this week. I think I call it herding the cats. Like, packing the trailers, making sure we don't forget tools, making sure Ben Pack gets us what we need, making sure NASCAR and the setup of this booth is going the way I envisioned. And then getting here today and seeing it for the first time, super impressed. What I need to get out of this is we need to have this Camry completed. It needs to look exactly like it looks on the rendering, and I want everybody to have fun. I was a little nervous leaving because all my main guys are here, but I left I left Brian in charge, and he's my new guy, so it's almost like I'm giving him a little test. Yesterday I was on the plane the entire flight here, texting everybody, checking in, making sure projects are still happening, and I got a really good report. I mean, I felt really good. Like, we had a really good day yesterday, and I wasn't there. I talked to them this morning. Everybody seems very positive, so we'll see what happens. Now, I feel really positive today. Like, I woke up this morning thinking, man, I'm worried about the space, how hot it's gonna be. Are we gonna be able to wrap this car with this heat? But now seeing the way they set this up, I think we're gonna be all right. I think we're gonna be all right. But you never know what's gonna happen, right? These winds are coming right now. We have possible rain. We have possible heat stroke coming up. But I think right now I'm staying positive. The biggest failure that could happen is this wrap. I mean, we have one wrap with us. It's not like if we mess this one up, we have another one in the trailer. We don't. We have one wrap. We use material that was discontinued, so the color is unavailable anywhere. So we weren't able to make a part 2 of this just in case. So fingers crossed, we can get this thing wrapped properly, and then this body kit goes on all right, and we can start this car up and show the fans what we came here for.
All right, guys, let's do a little team strategy meeting before we keep moving along. And that way we can get a good idea as to what the game plan is, timing, and kind of job description and duties. I know you guys are kind of well set into what's going on now, but maybe we can get everyone kind of in one spot, and we'll chat a little bit about what the game plan is. And the overall objective is to have this car done by 5, so we can actually relax a little bit. And then maybe we even go watch some of the truck race tonight if we get it done on time.
Really looks good, huh? What do you think, Ryan? Looks nice. Rendering to reality. Don't touch it, Musa. All right, so it's official. Today's the day. Today's the only day that matters. In about 20 minutes, the fans are gonna start coming in. 20 minutes, Tyler's gonna start coming in. The guys already got one side of the wrap done. We're getting the Goodyear tire stickers put on the Goodyear tires. Stay tuned, this is about to be a big, crazy day.
I made it.
Big day.
Morning.
Big day.
How are you?
Good, how are you? So come look at what we're doing. So it's different seeing the rendering and then seeing this wrap, but so we printed everything on that blue. So it kind of gives you that, I mean, it's pretty dope, huh?
Yeah, that looks really sharp.
Which, this is like the most nerve-wracking piece for me because we don't have any extra material. So if something fails right now, we're gonna be screwed. Oh God. But one side's on, which is positive, so at least at the end of the day, we could have, worst case scenario, we got one side. I was thinking, since you're here, one of the biggest things is this wheel and tire. The center, because you didn't get to see this.
I didn't get to see how, yeah.
So it's pretty cool the way they built these wheels. I feel like
that's pretty neat.
People need to do more of those.
Yeah. So like I'm actually surprised more people don't do that.
Right?
It's really cool.
Super smart. When I saw it, I was like,
I might be, what's the name of this thing? I might be buying a couple for my cars.
I know you saw it in raw form, but now it's fitted correctly, painted. I mean, it's pretty dope. So this is now molded, so we can pop these out if we want to. And it goes on in all the factory spots, so it's a like simple clip and go. You know, I was a little worried in the beginning, but I'm feeling like we got our momentum going.
Yeah.
Everybody's got, they're in their space. Everybody's got what they need.
The easiest way to do this is take your stock wheel off, take your stock lug nuts off.
Yeah.
You apply the hub. Comes with these smaller lug nuts.
Yep.
Put these guys on. And it's really as easy as that. You've converted your car to a center hub. So these right here, the lug nuts now actually reverse onto the back of the wheel. These actually center the wheel onto the onto the car, and then your hub is actually now just holding the wheel on the car. So complete balancing, everything you want. You got it?
Bada bing, bada boom.
That should be a good 200 pounds of torque right there.
Something like that.
There it is.
Oh, you got thin pack out here too.
Sealed with a smile.
Yeah.
I'll trade you. I'll take the socket.
Yeah.
You go racing.
All right.
All right.
There we go.
Package.
Sweet.
From your WCC family.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw everyone else had it on, and perfect. I didn't
Small,
bring
right?
enough close to this weekend anyways. Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate it. Yeah. Enjoy.
All right.
The moment is finally here. This is the best. This is what we planned for. When the fans line up and they're waiting to come through the gates, and they finally open the gates, and you see the smiles that they have, and the kids are excited. You know, that's the good stuff. That's what I'm waiting for. I can't wait. That's the good stuff. I love that we have Henrico County Public School students who've been building up to a moment like this. This is what they've been preparing for 4 years in their county schools, public schools, and my understanding is that they are so excited. The moment that they found out about this, they started calling around, they started sharing social media, and they showed up yesterday, and their eyes were just as big as, golf balls. They are very excited, and I'm just excited that we could help create a moment like this for them.
All right, so we're halfway through day one, and we're way ahead of schedule. Guys have been over ambitious on getting the wrap done. They got the door handles, mirrors, bumpers, all the assembly back together. We've even gone as far as installed the suspension, the center locking hubs. Guys right now just finished putting the front bumper on, and we're wrapping the roof right now. Once we get done with the roof, we're gonna go into the lower rocker panels, the true side exhaust, rear spoiler, put the wheels on this bad boy, and get ready for the track tomorrow.
So, what's happening?
Right? You won't like this one.
Right now.
I mean, today's been a really good day, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's been hot, but I feel like we're a little behind schedule, but we're on schedule.
Yeah.
So what's the bad news? There's always got to be bad news, right?
Yeah, always.
What?
Well, you see that big baseball logo in the hood? Yeah, we don't have that.
Why is it funny?
I don't know, it's not funny.
But you're smiling.
Yeah, it's messed up.
So wait,
So
whose fault is this? Yours?
So I had it all uploaded on a drive. We had help,
Right.
and I told everybody to double check, triple check.
Did you give them a sheet to triple check off of?
Yeah, everything should be all there. But my mistake, I didn't double check myself. I should have, but I didn't.
Are you sure it's not rolled up in
No,
a tube?
we check on everything on them. Yeah.
So what's the plan to fix it?
We're trying to find a plotter in Richmond, Virginia. Yeah.
All right. Good luck. So it's 6:45 on Saturday. We had really honestly a good day until now. We're doing the final part of this build, which is putting the graphics on top of the wrap that we just did. And Moose has been in the trailer for about 2.5 hours transferring tape. And he comes out and he's like, I think we're missing the West Coast Customs baseball logo. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, the baseball logo for the hood. Like the biggest logo on the hood, the most important logo on the hood. Yeah, I don't know where it is. So the car's got to be on the track at 9 in the morning. They have to figure this out. On top of everything else, it's been really hot, and now it's starting to cool down and it's starting to get dark, which means I feel like there's a storm coming. So at least we got the car done. Is it gonna go on the track tomorrow? Who knows? Is it gonna have a West Coast Custom sticker on the hood? Who knows?
So
But what's the
now
solution?
We rely on the students that came to help us. They have a school with a graphics lab. Maybe they have a plotter.
Maybe?
Maybe.
Are you sure it's not here in one of these?
We checked. It's not here.
I just don't understand. Like, he should have gave everybody a checklist.
Check, double check, triple check.
Like a check,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, do you have this graphic?
Yeah,
Do you have like?
Well, now is when we rely on our experience to.
I mean, problem solved. Yeah, we got a problem solved.
What do you think, Ryan?
So we need to know like ASAP.
White and black, they can't do chrome and black?
Just the white part.
Can they do white with black behind it?
They can't do white with black.
See? Open and take
Work through the storm.
I say just white.
Today was actually a good day, even though we had a little bit of a hiccup with this hood graphic. I think all in all, the guys worked really hard. I mean, it was really hot, but the kids came through. They really helped out. We're ready to go. We're ready to go racing tomorrow. We made it.
We made it.
We made it.
Was it on time, on deadline, and everything?
We did it.
That is
Yeah.
so sick.
Women of the hour.
Tyler was very, very impressed.
And how about he made the pole?
Yeah.
I mean, you
you
can't
never
write
know.
a better story for this.
No.
right?
You want to hear it?
What's the sound?
You want to hear it? We did it. Thank you.
did it. You
Thank
did
you.
it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. Race day is finally here. It's been a long 3 months, but we actually made it. Last night, there was a little bit of concerns with this hood graphic, but the guys pulled through. We called in some favors and got it done. Now it's about to get unloaded off the rack and go put on the track. Stance, fitment, check.
Oh yeah. Looks good.
You have to hear it. You want to hear it? You
Yes.
gotta hear it.
Yes, of course. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. Sounds good.
I love it. The rear wing.
See you later.
This kit is sick.
Man, it's come out incredible, honestly. But I got to go to LA and see what Ryan and the whole team do at West Coast Customs, and I knew before I even got there, right? Like I know the name, I know the brand, I know what what level that they operate at. So I knew this was going to turn out really, really cool. But to go from the shop and over there to now being here and seeing it done, getting to rip it around the racetrack, hear the car, see the car, it came out. But I mean, it came out as good as you could hope for sure. I'm the type of car guy that just loves sound and the sound of an engine, and the side exit exhaust on this thing is just perfect. I love it. Car looks really, really good on the racetrack, and obviously the Camry behind me looks awesome as well. So just so cool to see this all come together and happen. We've been all looking forward to this for a long time, so it's just cool to see it happening. Just got to give a huge thanks to Ryan and the whole West Coast Customs team. They did an amazing job. They brought myself and a few of us from 2311 in to see what they're all about and spend some time with them, and it's just been an absolute wonderful ride the entire way.
All right, pal. Good luck out there. I think, Ryan, come here. I think this is where you pass the torch, you know?
Yeah, I did.
Get in. No,
Me?
get in. Get in.
All right.
Hey, Tyler, you got my firstborn, all right?
Yeah.
Take care of my firstborn.
All right.
All right, boys, put your seatbelt on, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That was crazy. I told Tyler, I was like, I think I'm a Camry fan now. He was like, bro, I wasn't expecting it to sound so good.
Approved? Yeah, I think it sounds awesome. That's great.